Hello everybody. So in this video I'm going to do a brief overview of Windows 8 Embedded. Yes, there is a Windows 8 Embedded. What is Windows Embedded, you ask? Windows Embedded is a version of Windows that's mostly used on certain things. Coinstar uses Windows 7 embedded. Their gift card thing uses Windows 7 embedded. DDR8 X, X2, X3 versus Second Mix, 2014, 2015, and DDR8 all use those particular ones run Windows XP embedded. It's a little, there's not as much overhead on Windows Embedded because most of the products that use it only do one thing. So anyway, as this loads, it installs just like regular Windows, like the regular full install of Windows. As you can see, it shows up as Windows 8. So now we're at the product key. I am not going to show the product key because for licensing issues I am not going to show that. So the product key has been entered, and you accept the license just like in any other Windows install. Next. And just like the regular version of any other version of Windows, it installs just the same. As you can see, it's going a little quicker. Now, I don't recommend this particular version of the OS as a daily operating system. You cannot go to Windows 10 using the media creation tool. I did an experiment off camera and it did not work. Here's why it did not work. The software architecture is different on Windows Embedded than it is on, as you would say, the regular version of Windows. So that did not work. And you'll be surprised at how much stuff is not on here when it fully loads. You get all the power options are the same. You can go into the advanced options. I'll show that once it gets loaded. Now, most devices that I have seen that run Windows Embedded, that I have seen, your experience may have different. Most of them run Windows 7 Embedded. As you can see, just like every other Windows 8 and 10, you have that boot screen. Now, what manufacturers might do is they might combine the threads. So instead of seeing that, what they'll do is they'll make it to where it's booting the program. But I will do an experiment. Since Windows Embedded is basically lighter, I want to see if you can run it on a really, really old computer. Because if I can do that, that would be, but anyway, that's for another video. There we go. So, now you don't actually have to do this on this particular one. Now on the standard installation of Windows 8, I did a video on it. In this case, you would have to leave it turned off, your computer disconnected from your network, because it will see it. So what I got to do now, turn my network off. See how that changed? Okay, so now I turn it back on. There we go. So that's the way around the account thing. And Windows 8, I did a video on it a while ago because I tried to install Windows 8 on the computer that's I'm currently running embedded on. And what happened was it wouldn't let me do anything unless I had a Microsoft account. Well, I didn't want to set one up, so what I did is I disconnected it from the internet and it worked. That's just a little trick of the trade there. Okay, we are in the start menu. Mind you, this is Windows 8. Look at everything that's not there. It's very, very light. Meaning that it has half the stuff that a normal installation would have. So we still have the desktop. And this is the evaluation version. Push start. If you go over here, just like Windows Server, so we're going to search, we're going to go to Power. We're going to go to Power Options. Just like every other Windows 8. Okay. So this is the part where I get a little kind of concerned. So anyway, so you have the hard disk. This doesn't do anything like any other ones. This, you could do the desktop slideshow just like in any other version. You could either tweak the settings in here or in here, just like the regular version of Windows. Okay, so it's already, if you notice, I'm only turning off the display. I'm not getting the sleep. Why is that? This is embedded. It's going to be running vending machines and stuff like that. This doesn't work. That the USB setting does not work. Once again, these are ATX machines. I stated that before. Now this won't work since I'm running it on the desktop. The power button action will work. but the lid function will not work. So all the settings are the same. So I am going to show what happens when you try to go to Windows 10, because that's what you want to know. So I'm going to show you that this is a 32-bit operating system. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click Properties. Oh no, this is 60. Oh, this is 64-bit. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. Newer. So it's a 64-bit operating system, and it's going to give you the same thing. Pro evaluation. Got this mixed up with the Windows 7. Windows 7 is thin client is 32-bit. This is not. Get that mixed up. That's a bad thing about computers, is one operating system does something different than the other, and then you get them all mixed up. Hate that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Internet Explorer. That's an old joke. I am going to Google. Now, if I push that, you notice there's nothing else. There's no apps or anything like that. You have SkyDrive. You have the Windows Store. Let's see if I can get in there. And I can. Oops. Let me get back in there. See, that's Internet Explorer. As I like to call it, Internet Exploder. And I'm going to do it the way that I would normally do it if I was taking a computer and going to Windows 10. There we go. I don't want that. Push escape so that way it doesn't do it. Now, computers that came with Windows 8 are going to be running the 64-bit edition. Same goes for this. Now, when I first saw it off camera, I didn't pay attention to when I got it, if it was 32-bit or the 64-bit. So now if I go search, and I'll go to control panel, I'll show you let me do that again. If we go to small icons, everything is the same. Storage specs, all this, user accounts, you can have multiple accounts, and stuff like that. Now we're going to try to go to Windows 10, just to show. Same as usual. Looks like it's going to work normally, doesn't it? Can't do this. The software architecture is different. Just enough to where that this tool doesn't work. Plus, on a Windows embedded machine, you're not going to be doing this. Now, just to show again, I'll show the specs once again. This is your specs on this particular computer. Now you're going to ask yourself, 64-bit. Again, all new computers come with the 64-bit. So when I got the evaluation version, I didn't pay attention. Once again, I didn't pay attention to it. So that's why I thought it was 32-bit, but it's not. And that is it for this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe.